It's a challenge, a competition, and potentially a chance to grow your business. The Chicago Marathon is a big economic driver for Chicago and the people who work here. Joining me now is the chairman of the American Staffing Association, Tom Gimbel. Hello.
Always good to see you.
Glad you're in-house today.
Well, I didn't run the marathon, so I'm okay to get up there and do this.
Yeah, and you're not wearing gym shoes like everybody is today
exactly.
who ran the marathon. Okay, so that was a big boost to the economy. Like you just mentioned, the Chicago, the playoffs, the Cubs playoffs, that was a big boost too. So it's good when we have stuff like that.
Yeah, I think there's on a variety of levels, like we were talking about. It's a positive morale boost for everybody when it's the commonality we have, right? There's so much divisiveness going on in the country and in Chicago for that matter. And when you have a team that's doing well, people are happy. And I think the best companies and the best leaders, and I coach CEOs, that they're doing is how they open up their offices for when sports teams are doing well. Whether it's March Madness and you have Illinois and Northwestern, whether it's the Bears, the Blackhawks, the Cubs. We won't talk about the Sox, but when the Cubs are doing well, that's a positive thing for the city.
So the businesses should take advantage.
Absolutely. They should. Listen, people are going to be watching the game on their iPhones, on their computers. They're going to have it on somewhere, somehow. So why not make it part of your company culture? And with the Chicago Marathon, there's people who run for charity, right? They all raising money. Donate to that. As the leader of the company, donate to your employees who are running for a charity and get people involved in that. Go out there during the marathon and I mean, it's too late now, but but make it part of your company ethos that you're actually contributing to something that's such a good, positive energy builder.
Do you let people get time off for that, paid?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Listen, what you want to do is make sure this. Are people doing their jobs? That's at the end of the day, are they doing what they're paid to do, Micah? And so if they go and they're running a marathon and they need to train for that and they get in the office an hour later or leave an hour earlier, but they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing, that's a positive thing.
And even the folks who want to go see them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, well, it's on the weekend, so that works.
Well, yeah,
right?
but I mean for other things, like, for instance, people are running like the, or just included in anything they're doing.
I remember when I was still running LaSalle Network, and we had somebody that ran either the Boston or the New York Marathon, and 6 of their coworkers, who were their good friends and some were roommates, went out there and saw them.
Flew out there.
Yeah.
And you let them have the time off.
Let them have the day off. They're going out on Friday. Go do that. This is part of the thing. We want a great culture because you know who benefits from a great company culture?
The company.
The clients.
Oh, the clients.
And if the clients benefit from happy employees, then the shareholders are. And at the end of the day, the reason you have a company is to benefit the shareholders. That's it. But having a positive culture, that benefits that.
So like Monday Night Football tonight, you'd let them take off
Big
for
win.
that.
I mean, I sang 2 weeks ago when I was here, bear down, so I'm not going to do that today, Micah. However, yes, I was talking to my son where he's working right now.
Okay.
They're having a viewing party afterwards at a bar after work.
Okay, so you let folks get out a little early to do that.
Let folks go out a little bit early.
Okay.
And then the game doesn't start until 7 anyway, so let them leave
But that makes your employees feel good about you, too. And they want to work, and they think, oh, I work for a great boss, that type of thing.
Why not have that? And then when the time comes that they're thinking about leaving, they don't want to. It should be a hard decision. This is the key thing that most leaders forget. It should be hard for an employee to leave, not easy.
Oh, I like that.
It should always be hard. They should really be sad if they're handing in their resignation because that means they're leaving for a great opportunity.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're leaving a bad company. And there are 2 very distinct differences.
Well, I like that, Tom. Thank you so much.
Every once in a while, even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Every once in a while.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.